How do you know if you're being kind or being used? It is a hard question because the signs are subtle. The person who always asks for favors but never returns them. The friend who only calls when they need something. The colleague who dumps work on you because you are reliable. At first, it feels like generosity. But after a while, you feel drained, resentful, and invisible. So here is the question: are you giving from your heart, or are you giving because you don't know how to stop? And what tells the difference? Exploitation does not always look like a villain twirling their mustache. Most of the time, it looks like a slow erosion. It is the steady habit of someone else realizing that you will always say yes, and then organizing their life around that fact. Often, they do not even realize they are doing it. They have just learned that you are the path of least resistance. You are the one who picks up the slack, the one who listens to the 3-hour venting session, and the one who moves your entire schedule to help them move apartments. But kindness without boundaries is not really kindness at all. It is a form of self-abandonment. If you feel like your light is dimming because you are spending all your energy keeping everyone else warm, we need to look at why. Here are 8 signs that can help you spot the difference. Pay attention to how each one feels. Number 1, your relationships have become a one-way street. Think about the last time you sat down with that person. You probably know exactly what is going on in their life. You know about their breakup, their difficult boss, and their latest health scare. But do they know anything about yours? You might notice that every time you try to share something about your day, they listen for exactly 10 seconds before finding a way to bring the conversation back to themselves. It feels like you are an unpaid therapist rather than a friend. This is a sign that they value the function you serve, not the person you are. They are not looking for a connection. They are looking for a container to dump their stress into. Number 2, you feel a deep sense of guilt whenever you say no. This is one of the most reliable signs that you are being exploited. In a healthy relationship, saying no is a normal part of life. You cannot make it to dinner, or you do not have the money to lend, and the other person says, "No problem, maybe next time." But when you are being used, a no feels like a crime. You might find yourself drafting a long, apologetic text message, explaining 5 different reasons why you cannot help, just to avoid the perceived backlash. If the thought of setting a small boundary makes your heart race, it is because you have been trained to believe that your only value lies in your compliance. Number 3, you are always the one accommodating. You are the one who drives 40 minutes to their neighborhood because they do not like traffic. You are the one who changes your lunch break to fit their schedule. You are the one who watches the movie they want to see, even though you have seen it 3 times. It starts small, but over months and years, your preferences begin to disappear. You have become so used to bending yourself into a shape that fits their life that you have forgotten what your own shape looks like. People who exploit kindness tend to look for people who are easy to manage, and they stay with you as long as you remain easy. Number 4, you feel emotionally and physically drained after seeing them. Pay attention to how your body feels when you leave their company. Do you feel inspired and lighter, or do you feel like you just worked a double shift? This is what psychologists call emotional labor. When you are being exploited, you are doing all the work to maintain the peace, provide the empathy, and solve the problems. That takes a massive amount of energy. If you find yourself needing a long nap or a day of silence after spending time with a specific person, your body is telling you that the exchange was not equal. You gave a gallon of energy and received a teaspoon in return. Number 5, there is a total lack of reciprocity when you are the one in need. This is the moment the mask usually slips. You have been there for them through everything. But the one time you need a ride to the hospital, or you need someone to just sit and listen to you cry, they are suddenly very busy. They have 1,000 excuses. They might even make you feel like you are being a burden for asking. This hurts because it reveals the true nature of the contract. You thought you were building a mutual support system. They thought they were using a service. When the service requires maintenance, they would rather just find a new one. Number 6, you are being asked for help more often than you are being asked how you are. Check your message history with this person. Is it full of requests? Can I borrow this? Do you know how to do that? Can you pick this up for me? If the majority of their outreach to you involves a task, you are being treated like a utility. You have become the person they call when they need a result, not the person they call when they want company. This is an exploitation of your competence and your reliability. Because you are good at things and you are willing to help, they have outsourced their responsibilities to you. Number 7, you are starting to feel a quiet, bitter resentment. You might try to push this feeling down because you want to be a good person. You tell yourself that being kind is its own reward. But resentment is the smoke that comes from the fire of being mistreated. It is your soul's way of telling you that your boundaries are being violated. If you find yourself rolling your eyes when their name pops up on your phone, Or if you feel a flash of anger when they ask for yet another favor, do not ignore that. That anger is not a sign that you are a bad person. It is a sign that you are being taken for granted. Number 8, you have experienced a loss of identity. When you spend all your time anticipating other people's needs, you stop paying attention to your own. You might find that you do not even know what you want for dinner or what you want to do on a Saturday morning because you are so used to waiting for the signal from someone else. You have become a background character in your own life. This is the ultimate cost of exploitation. It does not just take your time and your money, it takes your sense of self. You become the helper, the fixer, the listener, but you stop being you. Why does this happen? Usually, it is because you are a person with high empathy and perhaps a little bit of a fear of conflict. You might have grown up in a house where you only felt safe when you were being useful. You learned that being liked was a matter of how much you could do for others. This is a common psychological pattern. We teach people how to treat us, and if we never show them where our limits are, they will keep pushing until they find one. They are not necessarily bad people, but they are opportunistic. They will take as much as you are willing to give. If you do not stop this cycle, you are heading straight for burnout. You will eventually run out of things to give, and when that happens, the people who were exploiting you will often leave anyway because you are no longer useful to them. It is a painful realization, but it is also a liberating one. You realize that you do not have to buy people's love with your labor. Healthy relationships are built on a balance of giving and receiving. It is a dance, not a solo performance. Start by practicing the word no. Do not explain it. Do not apologize for it. Just state your limit. Observe how the people in your life react. The people who truly care about you will respect your boundary, even if it is inconvenient for them. They will be glad you are taking care of yourself. But the people who are exploiting you will get angry. They will try to guilt trip you. They will tell you that you have changed. And they are right. You have changed. You have decided that your kindness is a precious resource, not a free buffet. Kindness with limits is where true strength lives. It is the only way to make sure that when you do give, it is coming from a place of genuine love, not a place of exhaustion.